No problems with the strawberries. These love the cold weather. Getting ready for next year. We'll probably be covering these strawberries in the springtime from spring frost. And over here, like you can see, we have the row covers that we got recently for our strawberries that we're going to use in the spring, and we decide we better cover our beans. So we're going to see what kind of 28-degree weather we had on the beans. And it was protected last night, and it was freezing for probably 6 hours. And let's take a look. Take a look. You can see the top of the beans all look quite now burnt, but that's expected because it was 28 degrees. And we're going to take a look further down where there's more beans. And we also covered some zucchini, and this stuff is not cold tolerant whatsoever. So we'll see. And take another look under the beans. And let's see if the bean get any damage. Like you can tell, the beans is completely safe under the root covers. A little bit of tip burn, but just the top leaves. Only the top leaves was burned. It's incredible. And there's all the beans, not a bit of damage. It's just amazing. Simple technique. Just cover it back up. Leave it covered for 4 more days. It's going to be freezing tonight, probably, and tomorrow night, and probably this will be the last week for beans. But we successfully got a good crop of beans. And this is the zucchini here, and these are almost finished anyway. You can tell it's quite a bit of zucchini. Like you can tell, we still have zucchini. 28 degrees, 6 hours. The zucchini over on this side, the dead okra, broccoli. And this is the green beans, quite a bit of green beans. There was frost, it looked like it snowed. I could still see a little ice on top of the row covers. Cabbage and the broccoli and all that stuff, there's no problem. And the turnips look good, they don't get hurt. Mustard looks good. And the beans, obviously, very little damage of anything to talk about. We saved the beans, 28 degrees. 5 to 6 hours, they cannot take the cold weather. Anything at 32 degrees and below, they die, if unprotected. And we have more row covers to go look at. We have green peppers and some tomatoes, like I showed you earlier, that was not protected. And here they are again. They can't really tell yet, but by the end of the day, they'll be smelling like they was dead. And we're going to go to the protected tomatoes. This is our pond that was hand dug by my 2 sons. It's 10 foot deep, holds about 12,000 gallons of water. We catch all rainwater. And we move on down to the other area that was protected by row covers. And this is tomatoes that was protected. Let's see how the tomatoes did. And this will be very interesting. These do not like the cold at all. So there we go. Incredible. Very little damage. You can see where the row cover rested. It's burnt. But if you look under the tree, there's absolutely no damage at all to the tomatoes. Like I showed you earlier, the tomatoes that was damaged was not protected, and we had 28 degrees, and 28 degrees stuff do not survive at 28 degrees. And we're going to go down to the end. This is all tomatoes, quite a bit, every 400 or 500 tomato plants. That's protected. And I'll show we did not cover all the tomatoes, because we have a lot of tomatoes. And here you can look at the unprotected tomatoes. Protected tomatoes. And this is our heirloom spinach that you can look really shiny, and it's obviously dead. There's the onions, that's all cold tolerant. The beets is cold tolerant, the lettuce is cold tolerant. This is green peppers, it's not cold tolerant whatsoever. Should be dead. Let's take a look under my row cover. And let's see if we have any peppers. You can see there was a little bit of tip damage, but really, it's just incredible again. It's just, here you go. It's full of peppers. Look at that. There's plenty of peppers there. No damage, almost no damage whatsoever. We're talking 28 degrees now. And my wife is not going to be the happiest person in the world, because we got to continue selling probably into December. But this is just what's going on at the Blackberry Farm in Tennessee, and just before Thanksgiving, just before Halloween, the end of October. And we have the eggplants, it's protected the same way, and I'm sure they're going to be fine too. And these are not cold tolerant. And let's take a look. As you can tell, there's the eggplants. You know, it's becoming the end of the crop. And it's on a little whirl under here. This is under the row cover. You can see the peppers in the foreground, the eggplants. Like that, right there. And has the damage right there. Very little damage, not enough to affect any loss at all. Even though these eggplants has been planted here from since the beginning of May, and we're talking we in Halloween. The end of October. Still have eggplant and a little tip damage in the tomato where the row cover, but the tomatoes are fine. There they go. The tomatoes are fine. And look under the row cover. It's like a little whirl under here. Very little damage. We're going to just leave the row covers on because it's very easy to put out, but we don't want to have to do it twice. You can see the unprotected eggplant right there. You can't really tell, it's still early in the day, but by the end of the day, you will smell it. It's already turning black. Very bad cold. It has they're careless. It actually loves the cold weather. And still have quite a bit to sell in the beginning of November here. We're getting tired of it, but you can see if we go down, we had some cabbages still to go. A pretty nice little cabbage there. We just harvested the cabbages yesterday on Thursday. Today is Sunday, so still have quite a bit of cabbages to go. The onions. Walk up here. These are wide beds, approximately 9 foot wide by 90 foot long, and this is my young lettuce that we have to sell. Start picking from them this week. And you see there's baby beets going into the beginning of November, and what to say, there's quite a bit of beets.